How's it going, guys? It's Gian, and today we're going to be talking about the draw from the holster. We're going to talk about the outside the waistband holster. In this case, I got it on a duty rig, and the inside concealed draw. The most important thing about the draw is we don't want to waste movement, okay? So we want to have a fluid economy of motion, which means no wasted movements. I'm not fumbling around to get to my stuff. I know exactly where it is, and I'm taking even that split second to make sure that I'm defeating garment or that I'm bringing my hands over at the same time, so we're making effective movements, which in turn will make us faster. So first things first, when it comes to the draw, we need to talk about the stance, okay? The stance is important because it's the base for your posture. Your posture is going to determine how successfully you can draw and engage a target, no matter the distance, if it's right in front of me or if it's farther behind. Obviously, if I'm closer to the threat within like 3 to 5 feet, my posture doesn't matter quite as much. I can break posture and have an acceptable margin of error from a center's chest mass shot from 3 to 5 feet. If I'm a little bit left, I'm a little bit of right, it's still a hit in the A zone. That's what we're looking for. Old school shooting, they want your feet shoulder width apart. You're leaning into your shots like this. The problem with that is with enough shots, this is probably good for 1 or 2. But once we start getting into the 3, the 4, the 5, I'm going to start falling back on my heels because I don't have a base. I'll have to lean forward and I'll have to break that posture. And then I'm going to have to use way more muscle groups to try to keep a normal target that's 7 yards away. It's just not effective. What I want is a bladed stance, something like if you're going to throw a punch. If you're throwing a punch, your feet are not going to be shoulder width apart to throw. You're not going to have any power in these punches. I'm going to have one foot in front of the other. That way I can engage the hips and I can shift my base in my legs. That's going to be important when we start getting into more dynamic exercises like rifle drills or build drills where we're shooting 5, 6 rounds in quick succession. You need to be able to shift the weight from the back to the front so you can sustain that recoil. For this demo, I'm using the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Carry Comp. This is my everyday gun. It is clear and safe. Nothing in there. All right, so when we're looking for our draw, we're looking at a couple things. The first one being a smooth economy of motion. I know exactly where my gun is at, okay? It's gonna be at my natural let down point. If I put my arms up and put them straight down, it's going to be right where my arms fall off because that's where my arms naturally fall to. I want to eliminate anything that's going to distribute or uneven my posture. So the first thing we're going to do on our draw is we're going to get to our gun, right? We're going to get to the tool. We got to the tool here, and our support hand, what I want to do is I want to marry this hand to the grip of that pistol as early as possible. So when I draw, I'm going to come out down here. Why am I coming out here down range? Because if I am drawing this pistol and the person is in a 3 to 5 foot range where I can accept the margin of error, that if somebody's coming at me with a knife, I can draw and I have my hand ready to marry and I can still engage from here and work my hands up to a full grip. So once I come out of the holster, I got it up like here. I'm gonna marry these hands together right here. Palms are coming into touch. We got thumb over thumb here. Our palms are touching on the inside. We got a firm grip and I'm still staying center and I am just working it up to my eye line. I'm not dipping my head. I'm not leaning to find the red dot or iron sight or whatever it is. I'm coming straight out of the holster. I'm marrying the hands and I'm bringing it up to my eyes. Why is that important? Because again, we don't want to break our posture, okay? Especially if we're out. Say you're in law enforcement and you're watching this, you got body armor on. Military, it's the same thing. You got body armor. If you're a civilian, what we don't want to do is we don't want to expose too much of our side right here. Because if you get shot in the side, it's pretty much game over. Also a good forming habit because when we go to concealed carry, the same things are going to apply. The only difference is instead of that hand waiting to be married, that hand is defeating a garment so that you can retrieve your firearm and then marry it. So let me show you what it looks like concealed. For this demo, I'm going to do it from the appendix and I'm going to do it from the side. I don't carry appendix, but I'll do another video on why I don't do that another time. Just like we were talking about earlier, the draw is going to be the same from an outer to concealed carry. The only difference is that left hand, instead of marrying first, it has to defeat a garment first. Okay, so in this case, I got it here in the appendix. I'm in a situation, I got my bladed stance, I'm just hanging out, something breaks bad. I have to make sure that I defeat this. One reason why I don't like grabbing the shirt and pulling up, and a lot of people teach it, it's a very rigorous movement, and sometimes it gets caught in the thing, or you don't pull it enough, and then you end up pulling shirt with pistol, and then you have to adjust way too much on the fly. It's a lot of wasted movement. So how I like to do it is I like to do a sweep. I like to come straight under, grab the bottom and hook it, and come straight up. Real time. That's the economy of motion we're looking for. We're looking for a smooth. I got the base of the shirt. I know that there's no way that it's going to get caught on the pistol grip of this pistol, and I have it clean out of the way. That way I have all the purchasing power to get to this pistol. So I'm going to sweep, grab, marry, and it's up. Same concept as the outer. The only difference is when you're drawing it out, you're coming out in front because it's in front of you, obviously. Then you're just going to marry. When do you drop the shirt? To marry the hands. You marry the hands. You let go of the garment to marry the hands after the pistol is cleanly out of the holster. Not here when I'm still in, I drop it and then I'm going to get caught on something. Okay? It has to be cleanly out of the garment or out of the holster. So I'm going to come out, completely defeat the holster retention, and then I could come out and marry my hands. Okay? So in real time, just hanging out, shooting the shit. Oh no. Again, we're not breaking posture. We're bringing the gun to our eyes, and that's going to help us to find that dot right away. That way we're not fishing left and right, because if I break posture and I pull this out, there's a good chance the gun is probably facing the wrong way. So now I have to do minor adjustments and I have to fish for the red dot. But if I bring it eye line and I bring it straight up, the dot is going to be there. It might not be center, and you might have to make minor adjustments, but you're not going to have to fish around looking for the dot. Got it where I traditionally carry, which is more about the 4 o'clock position. The same thing applies. I'm doing the same motions as I was doing the appendix, as I was doing with the outer belt. The only thing is I'm swooping and I'm coming up and over, defeating that garment, defeating the holster, and I'm marrying the hands right after. Okay? Same economy of motion. Here he goes. Same economy of motion. Hanging out, bang. It's easy as that, guys. We're swiping, defeating, marrying, presenting. Eye line, bring the gun to the eyes, never the eyes to the gun. Some people will say appendix is faster, but I think it just really comes down to your training. How often are you training your draw so you have the consistency to get shots on target and efficient manner, okay? Because speed does not always equal accuracy, all right? There's a balance beam that I might have to do a video on that too. But a lot of guys are super fast, but they're not super accurate, and they're super accurate, but they're not super fast. I would rather take accurate over super fast. That's just me. So guys, I hope this really helped out. We're going to be doing a lot more videos like this. Small stuff first before we get into the dynamic, more advanced techniques and stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Share it, spread the word. Gray Sector, we are dropping our t-shirt line. Our first 3 are done. If you don't follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, that and the third, go check them out. I am going to do another video just with the shirts on. Real cinematic, awesome stuff just for you guys. Be sure to go check them out.